Okay, folks, now I got cold feet, but I have to share with you, first of all, that I had a great time preparing this presentation, so I hope that you will enjoy at least half of it that I did. So, regulatory affairs in pharmaceutical business, an adventure beyond imagination, and I sincerely doubt that any one of you would connect Indiana Jones with this job. More probably, you would think about the bureaucrat from the Monty Python's Meaning of Life, and the words that most of you would most probably use to describe this type of jobs is boring, static, with lots of paperwork, obstruction. Those departments are known to obstruct everything that you would like to do, and then again, boring. And now most probably you wonder, who on earth would voluntarily take such a job? So I did. When I go back some 30 years ago, when I was selecting what am I going to study, I was not sure what will I study, but I knew that I won't study neither economy nor law because I found them to be boring. And I knew that I want to be in medicine, but medicine itself was too long, too demanding, etc., too many things to memorize, so I decided to study biochemistry. So I did, and, but I knew even then that I don't want to work in a profession directly. I knew that I want to work in industry, to be a catalyst between the news on the market and the market itself, that I want to bring news, novelties into everyday routine, everyday practice. And I started, so I had different roles and positions in pharmaceutical business, from sales rep, product manager, marketing director, business unit director, to become regulatory affairs officer. And during my last position, I took MBA at Cotrugli. So this really was transformation. But perhaps you wonder, have I become a butterfly or a caterpillar? And to answer that question, I would like to share with you a couple of facts from this business, from this industry. In the last 20 years, there was a real revolution in medicine. Miniaturization enabled such approaches that were unimaginable some 20 years ago. Could you imagine that there is a pill that a person could swallow and get the complete examination of gastrointestinal system? IT technologies, robotics, not only in production, but also, by example, in surgery theaters. And revolution is yet to come. Personalized medicine in a form of growing organs from our stem cells. And nanomedicine, this is something that is ahead of us. Contrary to this revolution, legislation is way behind the present market. So the knowledge and the expertise that a person working in regulatory should have, if we are talking about the higher level positions, is related to existing European and Croatian legislation and the new one being prepared. There is lots about quality management and good distribution practice that you should be aware of. You should have a knowledge from the field of medicine. About compliance and ethics, and of course there are many environmental questions also affecting business in this area. And then, on top of that all, you should be aware how all of these parameters affect ever-changing business. So I would say that this really is an adventure. My boss knew that I'm the right person for this job even before I did. Why? Not because of my experience or my skills or different jobs that I had in past, but mainly I would say because on top of all that, I have this attitude that I'm always interested in diving into something new, and if it's complex, that means that it's great. So how does it feel to dive into such big and huge new area? Sometimes it's definitely overwhelming. Sometimes feeling is like fighting windmills, like when negotiating with authorities, with HALMED, the Ministry of Health, etc. Or like being Eddie the Eagle, standing on top, preparing to jump for the first time, and knowing that there is will, there is passion, but not experience in this field. But then again, knowing that I have lots of skills and experience from my previous life, and actually here Cotruli comes in, that gave me confidence and expanded my comfort zone, and gave me feeling that I will be successful if I do my best in new areas. It makes me that I am really the right person for this job. So if you take a look at this picture again, I would say that perhaps I'm not a butterfly yet, but this, for me, this is a right way to become a butterfly. And I would say that it's quite important that a person has aligned personal values and personal feeling of purpose in working life with the job that one selects, because only that way you may work with a passion. And I will end up with the words of a very, very wise guy: do or do not, there is no try.